If you have ever said or written somewhere that this is a micro foul and it should be ignored, then you, my friend, are a part of the problem. You are the reason why the sponsors and the people outside of arm wrestling don't take our sport seriously. Hello arm wrestling fans, let's discuss Irakli Zerakashvili's statement about the Todd Hutchings match, which turned out to be a controversial statement. And then we will discuss the reason why Irakli thinks that Devon will never be able to defeat Levan no matter how hard he tries. First of all, Irakli made it absolutely clear he did not blame anything on Todd Hutchings. He said that nobody is at fault but the referees. They were not professional. But still he said that Todd Hutchings couldn't tell him that there was one round which he won where there was no elbow foul from him. He just simply couldn't, and that's the reason why Irakli believes that he could have won the match if there were no elbow fouls. He felt cheated by the referees, not by Todd Hutchings. Irakli believes that Todd was lifting his elbow so much and immediately dragging back off the go while his elbow was in the air, that was putting him out of position. And if it wasn't the case, even if Todd got him to the losing side, he would have been able to bring him back. But Todd lifting his elbow wasn't the only problem. He was dragging his elbow off the backside of the pad too while trying to pin Irakli. That's why from start to finish, it was almost impossible for Irakli to win this match. Still, he felt like he had something. Still, he feels like if given the rematch opportunity, he will win the third match. So now the natural question for me could be, do I think Irakli would have won if the referees were more strict on Todd Hutchings? I don't know. I don't think so. But the match would have been closer for sure. Maybe instead of one round, Irakli could have won 2 rounds, 3 rounds. Who knows? And it's not like I'm talking about this stuff now when Irakli is complaining about it. If you remember, a day or two after the event, I did make a video about this, calling this exact same stuff out. I read many comments on Ryan Bowen's video about this subject, and there is just pure 100% hate for Irakli Zerakashvili. People are saying that Georgians always love to make excuses, and I'm trying to find where exactly is the excuse here. The guy just pointed out the elbow fouls. He thought that he could have won the match if it wasn't for the elbow fouls. And then there are some people calling these fouls micro fouls. And I'm like, people don't understand the intensity of this word micro. Let me teach you in terms of maths. If we're trying to measure a unit, let's say weight, then a kilo is 1000 grams, then we have a gram, then we have a milligram, and then we have a microgram. To me, a micro foul is something that you couldn't even see. A micro foul is something which in 0.25x slow motion, if you show it to 10 people and 3 or 4 go like, nope, there isn't any elbow foul, and the remaining 6 or 7 people say that yes, we do see a small foul here. To me, that's a micro foul. These are the fouls where if you extend them by an inch more, they should be called a professional foul, where it should be a straightaway loss. And the people who think that these should be ignored or the athletes shouldn't be complaining about them, they are the part of the problem. The solution to that, if you want a solution, is only just clowning the referees. Just tell them that they are allowing that. I know they are not blind. They can see these fouls, but they are under the pressure of the organizers to ignore them. And once you start clowning them publicly, they will go to the promoters and they will tell them that, bro, this thing is not working anymore. I'm not getting paid enough to get that much abuse online. So after that, either their pay will be increased or the promoters will tell them to be a little bit more strict, which I'm sure they are more than capable of being. Anyways, Irakli took some rest both physically and mentally after the match, but now he's back to training and he will be getting the winner of Rustam Babayev versus Todd Hutchings super match. So Irakli fans or Irakli haters, all of them must be hoping that Toddzilla defeats Rustam, so that finally Todd Hutchings versus Irakli can happen the third time and things will be clear once and for all. There will be no complaining left after that. And now let's talk about the Devon versus Levan comment. Irakli said that he recently practiced, well, I think it was about a month ago, but he did practice with Levan Saginashvili. And Levan's strength felt unlike something which Irakli felt from him in maybe last 1 or 2 years. Levan seems to be on a different level now. His wrist problem is also fixed. Prior to the Devon match, Irakli felt some problems with Levan's wrist, which was obvious. Levan wasn't denying that either. But now, everything is in good condition. Irakli said it's just a styles thing between Devon and Levan. He doesn't believe that anyone can defeat Levan, but even if for some reason Hermes is able to defeat Levan in their upcoming match, then Devon would beat Hermes once again. He will become the champion, but he still can never defeat Levan Saginashvili. Levan still has Devon's number and he will always have Devon's number. That's why when Engin was saying what happens if Devon shows up at 330 pounds or 340 pounds against Levan, Irakli said that it still wouldn't matter. Levan is just too strong. He will flash pin Devon Larratt. And although we can't really be sure how good Levan was during Devon's rematch, after the match Levan claimed that his wrist was only like 60% of his best shape, but still we have to agree that maybe that was not prime peak shape Levan. So that could very well have been Devon's last legit opportunity to defeat Levan. Yes, Devon can still improve, but so can Levan, and he was coming back from an injury. So looks like Irakli's statement may in fact be true. Levan may forever have Devon's number. What are your thoughts about this? Please mention in the comment section, like the video, and I'll see you again.